guys, welcome back. We are going to look at the second page of the minor scale packet. So I know this is seeing through a little bit, but this is where you write out all of the minor scales just like you did for the major scale packet, except now these are minor. So a couple of new things about this. You're going to see some crazy stuff behind this, and you're going to look at this, and they're going to give you a minor scale, so B, lowercase b, B minor, and then you're going to see something in parentheses, either an H, an MA, or an N, which is somewhere right there. So you either are going to see an H, an MA, or an N. And what that means are that they are different kinds of scales. So an N means natural. This is a natural minor scale. There are 3 different kinds of minor scales. There is only one kind of major scale. We're going to talk more about modes, which are different ways of organizing the major scale, but we are going to talk about the 3 main types of minor scales. These are really common, so you'll see these a lot, and it's just a really good thing to know, and you're going to have practice to write them out. So there's 3 different kinds. There is the first one, natural, which is where you don't change anything. You just take that scale, you start on the starting note, so B, and you write out B to B with the key signature, or the sharps and flats written in. The second kind of scale, minor scale, is called a harmonic minor scale. And what that means is you're going to write out a natural minor scale. So I'll show you how to do that too, but just so you know, it's natural minor, but you're going to take the 6th note of the scale, whatever that 6th note is, and you're going to make it sharp, or you're going to raise it 1/2 step. Now you can do this really easily just by putting a sharp sign in front of that 6th note, and that'll take care of your problem. So that is harmonic minor. The last type is MA, and you're going to see this, and that means melodic ascending. The melodic minor scale is a little strange because it is different going up than it is going down. So the melodic minor ascending scale is you're going to sharp or raise a 1/2 step the 6th and the 7th note. So you're going to sharp the 6th and the 7th note. The weird thing about melodic is that that's only on the way going up. On the way down, it's a regular natural minor scale, so you don't have that sharp 6th or 7th. We'll do some examples, but just so you can see it, you're going to have these 3 options: N, natural, H, harmonic, or MA, melodic ascending. That's what you're going to see on the sheet, and just know that for melodic minor, you're going to go up by raising the 6th and 7th, and then on the way down the scale, you're going to have it just natural. So everything is natural. And these are your 3 options for minor scales. Again, harmonic, raise the 6th, melodic ascending, raise the 6th, and the 7th. So let's do some examples. You're going to check out this sheet right here. We'll do the first one. We'll do 3 different ones, so you can see a melodic, a natural, and a harmonic. And let's do a natural minor first. So look at this first one here. This is G sharp minor, number 11. And we're given a G sharp in bass clef, and it says N, natural. So our first step for this is to find its relative major. So we're looking for the relative major of G sharp minor. And the way we do that, again, is to go up 3 1/2 steps. So whenever you're given anything in minor, the first thing you want to do is find its relative major. This is going to give you the key signature. So it's really, really important that you get that key signature right away, and the way you do that is you can find the relative major of that. So we're looking for the relative major of G sharp minor, and the way we do that, we're going to go up 3 1/2 steps. So we find G sharp, there it is, and here we go up 3 1/2 steps to find its relative major, 1, 2, and 3. So the relative major of G sharp minor is B major. And again, these always stay the same, so once you do a couple, like I always know that A minor, the relative major, is C major. Because it's always the same, it never changes, and after a while, you just memorize it. So G sharp minor, our relative major, is B major. And again, I write that in uppercase letters, so I know that this B is major, and G sharp is minor. So boom, there we go. We know that we are in the same key as B major, but we're just starting on G sharp. So now we find the key signature for B major. And how we do that is we go to our order of sharps and flats, B, E, A, D, G, C, F for the flats, and for the sharps, we have funny cats give dogs an exciting bath. I'm going to get so tired of hearing me say that. So we have this, our sharps and our flats. B major is a sharp key because we don't see a flat after it or anywhere in it. And it's not F, so we know it's a sharp key. So what we can do, we can take this skip rule. We go up to B, skip over E, and we have A, D, G, C, and F. So we have all these sharps right here. So we know what sharps we have, we know what note we're starting on, and now we just have to write out the scale. So even though we have the same key signature as B major, we're going to start our scale on G sharp instead. That's what makes it minor, is that we don't start on B, but instead we start on the minor. So we're going to start our scale on G sharp. So that's really, really important. A lot of people might start their scale and just write out a B major scale. It's not actually a minor scale unless you start on the minor note. So you have to start on the lowercase note, the G sharp in this case. So we find our G sharp, and we're not going to use a key signature, so we put that sharp right in front of it. And there we go. So that's our starting note, G sharp. Then we're going to fill in from G to G. So we go up 8 notes. We have G sharp. I'm just going to fill in on every single line and space, and then I'm going to fill in my sharps after. So here we go. There's all of our notes, and we have from G to G. Now let's fill in our sharps. So we know that we have, let's see, B, skip one, A, so we have A, D, G, C, and F. So we'll fill in those sharps, and then we're good to go. So we have G sharp, F sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp. And let's see how we did. F, C, G, D, A, and no E sharp. So we don't have an E sharp. Our F sharp is sharped. Awesome. And we're good to go. So this is how we write out our minor scale. So we fill in all those sharps. Ignore this sharp. I accidentally put a sharp there. That's not actually sharped. So we filled in all of our sharps for our B major scale. We know we have these sharps. So we have F, C, G, D, and A. And we fill those all in. And that's it. It says natural, so we actually don't have to do anything to it. On natural scales, all you have to do is fill in from whatever note they give you, so in this case G sharp. So from G sharp to G sharp with the sharps of this major key. That's it. So natural, pretty straightforward. The other ones are a little bit more tricky, so let's check them out. We'll do B minor. So we look at B minor. Our first step is to find the relative major. So we look over here, we have B, go up 3. So 1, 2, 3 to D major. So B minor, the relative major, is D major. So you can write that in. Then we're going to fill out from B to B. So we find B, and we're just going to fill in these notes. B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. So I filled in all my notes. Now let's figure out what kind of sharps we have to add. So we're looking for the key signature for D major. So we go over here to the sharps because it doesn't have a flat. We find D, and we skip over G, and there we are. So we have F sharp and C sharp. So D, skip one, F sharp, C sharp. Awesome. So we fill that in our D major scale. So we have B, C sharp, we add that, D, E, F sharp, G, A, and B. And that's it. So here what we wrote is a natural scale because we didn't, a natural minor scale. We didn't change anything. We just put in our key signature, we went from B to B, and that's it. But we have this H next to our B. So we're actually supposed to write out a harmonic minor scale. And what that means is that we have to sharp the 6th and the 7th note in the scale. So if we count up, let's see what we have to sharp. So we have our first note B, second, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 6 right here and 7. So we're going to put a sharp in front of both of those notes because we're going to raise the 6th. Oh, I'm sorry, this is just harmonic. So raise the 6th. That's it. Melodic ascending, you're going to do 6 and 7. But for harmonic, H, just sharp the 6th. So we'll put a sharp in front of this note right here, the 6th note. And that is our harmonic minor scale. So you find from B to B, write in the sharps or the key signature for this relative major scale. Write in those sharps, and then you can raise the 6th. And that's how you do it. That's harmonic minor. So the last one is melodic minor ascending. And we figure this out the same exact way we figure out the relative major. First, so that's our first step, we take D, we're finding D minor, and we have to find the relative major. So we take D, go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and our relative major is F major. So we'll write F right next to it. So we know this is B minor, its relative major is F. And F is the only one that you ever have to memorize besides C major. F major just has one flat. That's it. So you only have to memorize F major, which has one flat, and C major, which doesn't have anything at all. So no sharps and no flats. So here we go. We have F major. We know it just has one flat. So that's easy. Not too many flats or sharps. And we're going to write out from D to D. And then we'll fill in our flats. So we have D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and D. So we wrote on all our notes. Now we fill in our flats. So F major just has one flat. So we'll find that B flat, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and D. So there we go. That's a natural minor scale. We didn't change anything about it. We just put in our key signature and from D to D. But now we're going to make it a melodic ascending. So we look right here, it says MA. And for melodic ascendings, we have to raise the 6th and the 7th. So we're going to sharp the 6th and the 7th scale degree. So we count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this one sharp. So here we have 6 and 7. We have B flat and C. And I put a sharp in front of C. So we raise that. And this one, we have a flat. So we have B flat. What we're going to do to raise that, and you want to have an eraser, don't do this in pen like I'm doing it, you're going to take away that flat. So it used to be B flat, but now we're raising it. So we're actually going to take away that flat and make it natural. If you look on here, it's a little easier to see. Right now we're at B flat for that note. And we're going to raise it a half step to make it B. So the way we do that, we're just going to take away its flat, and then it's going to be B natural. So we raised it a half step. So you would do this in pencil and just erase that. But I have to cross it out. So you're going to have D, E, F, G, A, B natural, C sharp, and D. So it's going to sound really different from a minor scale and really different from a major scale. It's its own scale entirely, a melodic ascending minor scale. So there you have it. Those are all 3 different kinds of minor scales. We have natural, where you don't change anything, just write in the key signature. We have harmonic, where you sharp the 6th note in the scale. We have melodic ascending, where you sharp the 6th and the 7th note in the scale. So you raise both of those pitches a half step. And those are the 3 different kinds of minor scales. So good luck, happy AP theorying, and I will see you soon.